What's going on, people? This is your boy Ronza coming to you from DTLA, that's downtown Los Angeles, and welcome to this week's editions of Ronza's Rants. Now, before I get started, all my YouTube people, I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and subscribe, click on the bell so you can receive the notifications each and every week when I upload a new video. And I know y'all gonna be wanting to know what I'm drinking. This is the one that I call the Caramel Delight. If you want the recipe to this one, make sure you jump out over to my other YouTube page when you get a chance to get the recipe for this cocktail. But that's not the hell what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Paula White and her calling on her African angels. Now I know I'm here to bring forth some type of word for y'all today because it's been crazy. She said she was calling on her African angels. Paula, you calling on African angels? Is that what the fuck you doing, Paula? Now I know some of y'all might not know who Paula is, and some of the saints may be a little bit mad at me about what the fuck I'm gonna say about Paula. Because see, first of all, Paula is a damn one of those mega greedy, money hungry pastors that's walking around here, getting rich off of folks. That's who the fuck she is. So, and she aligned her damn self. She aligned herself with the orange dumpster. She gave herself a title. See, let me tell you something. You could tell when somebody is fraud, and that's what Paula is. She fraud. She's a fraud, raggedy old heifer. Because see, she looked for a title. She took the title and named herself this spiritual advisor and for the orange salamander. So that's what the fuck she did. But she ain't hitting on shit. But she decided, that she was gonna that she gonna have a prayer and call on African angels to come and help this buffoon win the election. I'm gonna tell you, stay with me because I'm trying to bless somebody today. Because see, she decided that she was gonna call on the African angels. She had a whole prayer rally where she prayed for this food. She said she heard the voice and the ringing and everything. She heard all that because she was listening to victory. But let me tell you something, Paula, you're right. You did hear victory, but it wasn't for that old orange buffoon that y'all call 45. That's who it wasn't for. It wasn't for that. So you called on those African angels and they showed up and showed out. Let me tell you something, Paula. What you fail to realize is that when those African angels that you called on, those are our ancestors, and when they decide to get up and arise, they were reminded of how they were snatched from their land and brought over as slaves. Oh, I'm trying to help somebody. So you thought you was doing something, and you was doing something, but you didn't realize that once those African angels dropped in and decided it was going to be a shift. Lady Elwood, I know you're asking why she said Africa. Let me tell you why she said Africa. She thought that she was doing something special. She wanted them old gold digging hypocrite old heifers that's trying to walk around and be all spiritual when everybody knows she ain't nothing but hungry for money. Now see, she thought by using Africa, that was just a motherfucking play on words for her. It sounded good. It rang well for her. So she decided, okay, I'm gonna say Africa and South America and let them come in. But what she fucking realized is there was a shift. See, Paula, you was used this time. See, sometimes you have to make your enemy a footstool. And see, Paula, you got stepped on this time because you were made to be nothing but a motherfucking footstool. I see, when you call on those, because see, you got to realize, you got to be careful when you're dealing with heifers like Paula White. Because see, she teaches a theological spirit of prosperity, meaning if you give your money to something of religious cause, that you will be prospered and you'll become wealthy. Basically, what that old raggedy pencil neck heifer telling people and telling all her followers is, if you give me your money, then you will become rich and you'll become. But I'm trying to tell you, everybody walking around here making her rich, and all she doing is still becoming rich. But then but them angels, let me tell you about them angels. They heard her cry, because she was going, and she heard the cry. They gonna strike and strike again. And then she said the demonic confederates are trying to steal the election from the dumpster. Paula, I propose a question to you. Who the fuck are the demonic confederates? Who are you referring to, Paula? We need you to be a little bit more specific when you start describing people as demonic, because in the seat that I'm sitting in, you are the only demonic fraud motherfucker out there walking and preaching and trying to teach only to become rich. But let me get back to these African angels that you call, because see, we glad you called on those angels, because when you called on, they heard your cry. They heard your humble cry, Paula. But guess what? When they got here, because she said it was coming from Africa. When they got here, they already had an agenda, a specific agenda, Paula. And that's what you failed to motherfucking realize. See, they had to stop over in Arizona, because again, those were our ancestors, and they shift that atmosphere for you. They said, no, we hear your call, Paula, but we ain't here for your raggedy ass, because see, the thing that you trying to do, we done already done fixed that. So we gonna head on over to Arizona and Nevada. We gonna pay them a visit, and we gonna do what we call a switch. And after that, we're going to run on down. We're going to head east. That's what the fuck we're going to do. We're going to head east. And then we're going to stop by Pennsylvania. And we're going to pay them. And we got to go down south. And after we go down south, we got to go down south to Georgia. So, Paula, we thank you for everything you do. We know your raggedy ass had different intentions. But we already know you've been put out to pastor. You came with something wrong, and we appreciate you for awakening our ancestors. We appreciate you for awakening up those African angels. We appreciate you for everything you've done. We appreciate you, because see, you started your dumbass prep on a Wednesday. But see, the angels, when they got here, they knew they had work to do. So when the atmosphere shifted, they began to work. They began to do the work. But see, they didn't do the work for the people, for that motherfucker that you thought that you was praying for. Because the angels knew, we can't have that motherfucker in office no more. He got to go. He got to pack his shit. He got to be gone. So we gonna do a work, and we gonna do a work, and we gonna keep on working. Oh, but somebody said early Saturday morning, look at your neighbor and tell your neighbor, early Saturday morning, victory was declared. It was a good victory. It was the victory that it was supposed to be. It was the Biden and Harris victory. I'm trying to tell you, when the victory hit, I was on an airplane. I didn't even know what was going on. I landed in Dallas. After I landed in Dallas, I was given the news that victory had been won. I'm trying to tell you, my whole road was lit up. There was an older white gentleman. He said, oh my goodness, I'm so glad that we got victory. He said, because that is the type of victory need. He said, but I'm going to have to tell you something. I have to admit that in 2016, I voted for that son of a bitch. That's what he said. Those are not my words. That's that older gentleman's word. He said, I voted for that son of a bitch, but he needed to get his trifling ass out of office. And I'm so glad that he lost. She said he lost, and we got victory. He said, in 2020, I decided we needed an adult in the motherfucking White House and not a toddler. So let me tell you, he said, we got to get him out of there. He said, him and his friends, he said, we diehard Republicans. He said, but I had to know that son of a bitch had to go. So everybody, when I tell you Saturday, victory was declared, I heard AKAs, I heard ski win, I heard pink and green, I heard everything I needed to hear. So I went to the lounge and I poured myself a drink. But I had to toast to the victory. And let me tell you, the victory was sweet. And as sweet as it is, we can't stop right here. The fight must continue. Now, I know when it comes to the ladies of Alpha Kappa Alpha, y'all better get ready, because I'm trying to tell you, pink and green custom outfits are being made as we speak. Pink and green outfits are being custom designed. It ain't gonna be enough pink and green sequins and glitter on this planet to get them as sharp as they gonna be in January, but they gonna be looking good. But I'm gonna tell you like this, AKAs, this is one time where y'all got to let somebody else wear pink and green too, because there's gonna be some more folks that not a part of the organization that want to wear some pink and green. So put your pink and green on, show up in January, show up in DC, and I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be some setting it off. I'm trying to tell you. Now I'm going to tell you, and if you're not part of the organization of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority, don't throw no pinkies up and don't put no AKA on. But if you want to wear some pink and green, wear some pink and green. But that's all I got for y'all this evening. I got to get my dinner together. And for some of you saints that love to follow Paula White, be careful who you follow, because the devil is in all forms and fashion. She is a little pencil neck heifer walking around here preaching and teaching anything that she can get herself in to make her rich. She writing books. She doing everything to teach you that if you give to religious causes, meaning if you give to her sorry ass pocketbook, that she can be prosperous, and she can be prosperous, and she can build from what you giving her, so she can be prosperity. Because I'm trying to tell you, I don't know too many people that's been done kept giving to her that then landed and became more prosperous than she has. She just an old pencil neck heifer lined up with the devil. The devil himself calls himself the 45, or I call him the orange Cheeto, or the orange salamander, or the buffoon, because I don't fuck with him like that. I don't even like to utter that motherfucker's name, because he ain't shit. But I'm giving another shout out to those African angels for coming in and declaring victory. And I'm trying to tell you, the fight ain't over. We must continue, and we must continue to do what we do. But again, this has been your boy Ronza B coming to you again from DTLA. And for my YouTube people, make sure you go out there and subscribe to my channel. Click on that bell so you can receive notification each and every week when I upload a video on YouTube. Make sure you share the video, like it, and comment. And remember, your comment or your post just might become one of Ronza's rants. Y'all be good. I got to fix my dinner now. Peace.